Okay, so welcome to our Thursday afternoon desk side yoga. So of course we'll start standing. So just standing at the top of your mat and start to connect with your breath. You can feel the weight through the feet. And just noticing how you're standing. And you can even shift the weight from side to side if you'd like. Doing a bit of a body scan and start to notice all the different sensations in the body. Noticing any differences between the left and the right side. And just a couple of more breaths. And we'll start to warm up. So just doing 3 half sun salutations, feet about hip distance. And on your next inhale, circle the arms up overhead. On the exhale, start to hinge forward, making your way into standing forward fold. Inhale to lift up halfway, and exhale, fold again. Pressing the feet down into the mat. On an inhale, rise up to stand, and circle the arms up overhead, and exhale, arms out to the sides. And we'll do 2 more just like that. Inhale here, reaching arms up. And exhale, dive forward. Standing forward fold. Next inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold again. Pressing feet down into the mat. Inhale to rise up to stand. Stretching arms up overhead. And exhale, arms out to the sides. One more time. Inhale here and stretch the arms up. Exhale, dive forward. Next inhale, lifting up halfway, extend out through the crown of the head. And exhale, fold. Inhale to rise, coming back up to stand, reaching arms up. And exhale, arms out to the sides. Setting up for chair pose, so feet about hip distance. On your next breath, reaching arms up. And exhale to sit back into your chair. And just feeling the weight through both feet. And can you send the hips back a little further and just sink a little lower? Lengthening the spine, lifting the heart up. On your exhale, coming into forward fold and reach the arms out behind you. Inhale and rise back up into your chair. And exhale, sweeping arms down and back. Inhale again to lift up into chair. And exhale, sweep the arms down and back. Inhale again, return back into your chair. Pressing the feet down into the mat, rise up to stand. And exhale, arms out to the sides. So again, just standing here at the top of your mat, step the right foot back. Okay, so not looking for a big step here. So maybe, I don't know, about a footprint back or a footprint and a half. And we'll come into chair once again, just with our feet staggered. So inhale here, reaching arms up. And on an exhale, start to sit back so that maybe that right knee is bent and the left leg is a little bit closer towards straight. Again, lengthen through the spine and lift the heart up. And just holding here in this uneven chair. Start to shift forward, bending into that left knee, and start to straighten the right leg. Shifting back once again, bending into that right knee and take the left leg towards straight. This time, come up onto the heel and flex that left foot. Lower the foot, shifting forward once again, straightening into that right leg. Start to lift the right heel up and maybe just lift the toes up off the mat. And then lower the toes down, shifting back once again. Left leg is straight, right knee is bent. This time, as you come up onto that left heel, start to lift the left leg up off the mat. So just balancing on that right leg. Lower the left heel down, shifting forward once again. Left knee is bent, right leg towards straight, and tipping the torso forward slightly, lift the right leg up. So coming towards a warrior 3, but you don't need to go into full warrior. And then step the right foot down, shift back once again. And inhale, coming up to standing. Step the right foot forward next to the left and sweep the arms down to your sides. So just taking a moment here, reconnecting with your breath. Again, noticing how you're feeling. What do you sense in this moment? And we'll do that same flow on the other side. So stepping your left foot back slightly and setting up for this uneven chair. On an inhale, reaching arms up, and exhale, sit the hips back. And so maybe that right leg is towards straight and that left knee is bent. Lengthen through that spine and lift the heart up. Start to shift forward, bending into that right knee and take the left leg towards straight. Shifting back once again, straightening the right leg and bending into that left knee. Start to lift the sole of the right foot off the mat. Heel is still down on the mat. Lower the right foot, shifting forward. And then this time just lifting that left heel up off the mat. Lower the heel down. Start to shift back once again. And let's flex through that right foot. Balancing on that left foot, lift the right foot up off the mat. And just holding here. And then lower the right heel down. Stepping forward, bending into that right knee. Straighten the left leg and start to lift the left leg. Stepping those left toes back down. Start to shift back once again. And next, inhale, rise up to stand. Step the left foot forward next to the right. And exhale, arms out to the sides. Inhale, let's reach the arms up. And exhale, hinging forward. Just coming down into a forward fold. Knees can be bent a lot, or you can keep the legs towards straight. Allow the spine to get long. Relax the neck. Let the head get heavy. You can hold on to opposite elbows or interlace hands behind the head or hug around the knees. Just taking a moment to pause. Connecting with your breath. And just noticing what you feel in this shape. And then release the arms. Next inhale, lifting up halfway and unfurl the spine, send the heart forward. Exhale and fold. And inhale, coming up to stand, reaching both arms up overhead. And exhale, arms out to the sides. Inhale, let's reach the arms back up. And exhale, hinging forward. And just pause halfway down. Reach the arms out behind you and flip the palms up. So just holding here in our half forward fold. Keep the spine long. Knees can be bent a lot or a little. And really extend out through the fingertips. And then pull like you're pulling through the crown of the head. So get that spine nice and long. And then exhale to fold forward. Release the arms. Interlace the hands behind the head, elbows out wide. And next inhale, lifting up halfway and pause once again. Keep the spine nice and long, elbows out wide. Next inhale, rising up to stand. Lift the heart up towards the ceiling. And then exhale to release the arms. Taking the arms out behind again, let's interlace the fingers, elbows out wide. Inhale here and grow tall. And exhale, start to hinge forward. And we'll hold halfway down. So just pause here. Really press through the feet. Can you get the spine a little longer? And then exhale, forward fold, and release the arms. Extending the arms out behind you, right? Fingers wide. Inhale, lifting up halfway. And hold here once again, just revisiting this shape. Extend out through the fingertips. Extend out through the crown of the head. And on your next inhale, rise back up to stand. Sweeping arms up overhead. And exhale, arms out to the sides. So setting up for chair once again. Feet about hip distance. Inhale and reach the arms up. And exhale, sit the hips back. Interlace hands behind the head, and we'll add a twist. Inhale and grow tall through the spine. Exhale, start to twist to the right. Inhale to unwind to center. And exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, facing forward once again. And exhale, let's twist to the right once again. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, twist to the left. And we'll do that one more time on each side. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, facing forward. And exhale to twist left. Inhale to come back to center. Pressing feet down into the mat. Inhale, rising up to stand. Lift the heart up and take a slight back bend. And exhale to release. Again, take a moment here in your mountain pose. Just a moment to pause, allowing all the movement to settle into the body. Inhale, and let's circle the arms up overhead. Exhale, hinging forward, finding your forward fold. Next breath in, lift up halfway, get long through the spine. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, rise up to stand, circling arms up. And exhale, arms out to the sides. Standing tall at the top of your mat, take the hands to heart center. Shift the weight into the left foot and lift the right knee up and flex the foot. Start to tip the torso forward and slowly extend the right leg out behind you. And step the right foot back, making your way into a high lunge. Circle the arms up overhead, and you can just reset your stance here in your high lunge. Right, spin that inner right thigh up towards the ceiling, extend out through the inner left thigh, and then hug in from the outer left hip. Lengthen through that spine and then just sink a little lower into your lunge. Pivot onto the sole of that right foot and open the arms out wide, finding warrior two. Take a moment here. Again, if you like, you can reset your stance in your warrior two. Looking over that left hand, flip the left palm up and lower the right hand onto the back thigh and stretch the left arm up for exalted warrior. Inhale and return into your warrior two. Start to hinge forward. Bend into that left elbow, place it onto the left thigh and stretch the right arm over for extended side angle. Next, inhale, rise back up into warrior two. Again, let's flip that left palm up, lower the right hand, stretch the left arm, return back into our exalted warrior. Inhale, coming back into warrior two, reaching forward once again, bend into that left arm, sweep the right arm over, extended side angle. Really lengthen across the right side body, push through that right foot and extend out all the way through to the fingertips. Inhale, rising up into warrior two. Start to straighten into that left leg, reaching forward towards the top of the mat, and then lower your left hand onto the left leg and stretch the right arm up for triangle. And just take a few breaths here in your triangle pose. Lengthen through the spine and widen across the chest. Turning to look down at your toes. On your next exhale, let's sweep the right arm down to the inside of the left leg, or you can take it past the left leg. Inhale to open back up into triangle. And then exhale, sweep that right arm down. Next, inhale, open back up. And exhale, take that arm down. Inhale, reach the left or right arm back up. And on your next breath, rise back up, bending back into that left knee, returning into your warrior two. Next breath, sweep both arms forward and spin the right heel up, reaching both arms up overhead for high lunge. Next breath, step the right foot forward next to the left, returning into chair. And inhale, come up to stand, and exhale, arms out to the sides. Again, take a moment here in your mountain pose. A moment to pause, finding your breath and really tuning in to how you're feeling in this moment. And then we'll do that same flow on the other side. Taking hands to heart center. A deep inhale here to lengthen. And exhale, sit back into chair. Nope. Let's rise back up to stand. And let's shift the weight into the right foot. Lift the left knee up lift the left knee up towards hip height. Start to tip the torso forward and extend the left leg back behind you, making your way towards high lunge. So stepping the left toes down and sweep both arms up overhead. Right, take a moment to reset your stance. Right, pull that inner left thigh up towards the ceiling and then pull back through that right hip. Get tall through the spine and sink a little deeper into your lunge. Pivot onto the sole of that left foot and open up into warrior two. Again, take a moment to look down at your feet and you can just reset your stance. Looking over the right hand, flip the right palm up and lower that left hand down. Stretch the right arm up for exalted warrior. Next inhale, returning into your warrior two. Start to hinge forward and bend into that right arm. Place it onto the right thigh and stretch the left arm over for extended side angle. Inhale, rise back up into warrior two. Flip the palm up and return back into exalted warrior. Inhale back into your warrior two. Reaching forward once again. Bending that elbow and stretch the left arm over for extended side angle once again. Really lengthen across the left side body. Press through that left foot. And inhale. Rise back up, warrior two. Straighten into that right leg. Start to hinge forward. And lower the right hand anywhere along the right leg and stretch the left arm up for triangle pose. Get tall through your spine, widen across the chest. And then turning to look down at your toes. On your next exhale, sweep the left arm down, either to the inside of the right leg or take the arm past the leg. Inhale and open back up. Exhale, sweeping the arm down. Inhale, stretching up. And exhale, take that arm down. Inhale here, reach the arm back up into your triangle. Next inhale, rise back up, bending into that right knee, returning into warrior two. Sweeping both arms forward and spin the left heel up. Stretching arms up overhead. And next inhale, step the left foot forward next to the right. Coming into chair pose. Press the feet through the mat and rise up to stand. And exhale, arms out to the sides. Taking a moment to pause in your mountain pose. Reconnecting with the breath. And taking hands to heart center, Let's start to shift the weight into the left foot once again and lift the right knee up. Start to reach both arms up overhead and exhale, start to twist to the right arm out behind you, and you can place that left hand onto the right thigh. Inhale to unwind and start to step the right leg back behind you, coming into lunge position. Take the hands together, right elbow to the outside of that left knee for twisted prayer lunge. Inhale, rise up into high lunge and start to spin the feet around. So turning the feet towards the right and then taking the right toes towards the back of the mat and open up into warrior two to the back of your mat. Inhale, reaching arms up once again, turning toes to the right, and then spin the left toes forward. Bend back into that left knee, taking warrior two towards the top of the mat. Inhale, reaching arms forward, and let's spin that right heel up. Taking twisted prayer lunge once again, hands together and right elbow to the outside of that left leg. Inhale, sweeping arms up for high lunge. And next breath, step that right foot forward next to the left for chair. Inhale, coming up to stand and lift that right knee up overhead. And then exhale, lower the hands, lower the foot back down, returning into mountain pose. And setting up to do that same flow on the other side. Just standing tall at the top of your mat and taking hands to heart center. Shifting the weight into the right foot. Lift that left knee up off, or lift the left knee up towards hip height. Inhale and reach both arms up. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand onto the left thigh and just reach the left arm out behind you. Inhale to unwind to center. Start to step that left leg back, coming into lunge. Taking hands together, start to twist to the right. Taking twisted prayer lunge, left elbow to the outside of that right knee. Inhale, rise back up to high lunge. Pivot onto the sole of that left foot. Turn the toes towards the left side of the mat, and then spin the left toes towards the back of the mat. Bend into that left knee and open up into warrior two to the back of your mat. Inhale, reaching arms up. Straighten that left leg and turn the toes back to the left. Turn the right toes forward, bending into that right knee, coming into warrior two towards the top of the mat. Next, inhale, reaching arms forward and spin that left heel up. Reaching arms up overhead for high lunge. Next, inhale, step your left foot forward next to the right for chair. And then shifting the weight into that right foot, coming up to stand. Let's lift the left knee up. And then exhale, step the left foot down. Set the arms to your sides. Again, just a moment here to pause. And then inhale, let's circle the arms up. Exhale, diving forward. Coming into standing forward fold. Inhale here to lift up halfway, get long through the spine. Exhale, fold again. And inhale, rising up to stand, reaching both arms up overhead. And exhale, arms out to the sides. And let's do that 2 more times. Inhale and circle the arms up. Exhale, diving forward. On an inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale to fold once again. Next inhale, pressing feet down. Rise up to stand. Circle both arms up overhead. And exhale, arms out to the sides. 1 more time. Inhale, reaching arms up. And exhale, finding forward fold. Inhale, unfurl the spine, lifting up halfway, back of neck is long. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise back up to stand. Circle both arms up overhead. And exhale, arms out to the sides. Again, just settling here in your mountain pose. Let's take the hands to heart center and shift the weight into that left foot. Lift the right knee up off the mat and flex the foot. Start to tip the torso forward and start to step the right leg back behind you, returning back into high lunge, sweeping both arms up. And you can reset your stance here in your high lunge and then pivot onto the sole of that right foot, reaching both arms out to the sides, coming in to warrior 2. Again, hold here in your warrior 2. Right, spin that inner left thigh out, or inner right thigh out, and hug the outer left hip back. And then take a slight step forward. You can take your hands to your hips and just take a slight step forward with your right foot. So left knee is still bent. And taking hands to heart center, we're going to spring off our left foot and come into chair, or not chair, into tree pose. So on your next breath, spring back off that left leg, sole of the left foot to the inside of the right leg, finding tree. And you can keep the hands at heart center. You can reach the arms up overhead, just finding your balance, finding your steadiness. And then lower the hands back. Lift that left knee up. And then take a big step forward. Right? And then just bending into that left knee, lift the right heel up. Reaching arms up overhead and step the right foot next to the left. Coming into chair pose. Press the feet down into your mat and rise up to stand. And exhale, arms out to the sides. So again, just take a moment here before setting up for the next side. So taking hands to heart center, let's shift the weight into the right foot. Bend into that left knee and lift it up towards hip height. Start to extend your left leg out behind you, making your way into high lunge, sweeping arms up overhead. Ooh, and you can just reset your stance in your high lunge. Pivot onto the sole of that left foot, opening arms out wide, coming into warrior 2. You can take your hands to your hips, and once again, just take a slight step in with that left foot. And we'll spring off the right foot to come to standing on our left leg for a tree. So hands to heart center, and then spring off the right, and then step the sole of the right foot along the inner left leg for a tree pose. You can keep the hands at heart center or reach the arms up overhead. Again, take a moment to find some balance and steadiness. And then lower the hands back to heart center. You can step that right foot forward, bending into that right knee. Start to reach the arms up and spin that left heel up. Step that left foot next to the right, coming into chair. Inhale, rise up to stand. And exhale, arms out to the sides. So once again, just a moment to pause, noticing how you're breathing, noticing how you're feeling. And next inhale, let's reach the arms up. Exhale, diving forward, coming into forward fold. Inhale, lifting up halfway, and exhale to fold. Inhale, rise up to stand. Circle arms up overhead, and exhale, arms out to the sides. So we'll set up for eagle stance. Okay, so just starting with feet hip distance, and we'll come into eagle from chair pose. So let's reach both arms up, and exhale, sit back into chair. Start to shift the weight into your right foot and cross the left leg over top. You can tuck the toes behind the right leg, or you can take the toes onto the floor. Sweeping both arms out wide, and then sweep that left elbow underneath the right. You can bind the arms, so palms together, or back of hands together, or you can hold on to opposite elbows. And just take a moment here in your eagle pose. Again, just finding some balance and finding some steadiness. Slowly uncross the legs. So coming into chair with the arms bound. And then inhale, rise up to stand. Keeping the arms bound. Just start to pull the elbows away and get a stretch across the back of the shoulders. Slowly lower the elbows down. Take a pause. And on an inhale, start to lift the arms like you're sliding the arms up along a wall. Start to feel that sensation of stretch across the shoulders once again. Exhale and start to lower the elbows back down. And one more time. Start to slide the arms up. Just getting a stretch across the back of the shoulders, across the upper back. And next, exhale to lower the arms back down. And then release the bind. You can shake the arms out, and we'll go to the other side. So once again, we'll start in chair. Let's reach both arms up overhead and sit the hips back, finding chair pose. Shifting the weight into that left foot, cross the right knee over top. Again, you can tuck the toes behind the left leg, or you can just find the floor with the toes. And then holding here, extend the arms out wide And sweep the right elbow underneath the left. And once again, finding your bind, palms together, back of hands, or holding on to opposite shoulders. So just taking a moment here. Again, just finding some balance, finding some steadiness. And then uncross the legs, step that right foot down, coming into chair with arms bound. Next, inhale, coming up to stand. And just pull those elbows forward. Again, just finding that stretch across the back. Start to lower the elbows down. And on your next inhale, start to slide the arms up. Like you're sliding the arms up along the wall. And as you exhale, start to lower the arms down. And one more time, inhale, lift the arms up. Get that stretch across the back of the shoulders. And inhale, slowly lower back down. And then release the bind, just shaking out the arms. And just a moment here to pause and find your breath. And step the feet out just a little wider. And so just a bit wider than shoulder width or hip width. Take a deep inhale here and lengthen through the spine. And exhale, start to twist to the right. Inhale and unwind through center. And exhale to twist to the left. Inhale and return to center once again. Let's twist to the right. And we'll slowly fold over that right leg. So just tuck the chin, slowly roll the shoulders forward, and just follow that right leg all the way down. Arms can dangle or hold on to the leg. And then just pausing at the end. And taking that same route back up. Slowly following that right leg up. Shoulders and head will come up last. And return back to center. Let's twist to the left and tuck the chin. Let the shoulders roll forward and start to follow that left leg all the way down. And just pause at the end. And taking that same route back up. Again, your shoulders and head will be the last to come up. And then returning back to center. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining and sharing your practice with me today. It is always such an honor and such a joy to be a part of this practice. Sending gratitude for our practice and gratitude for our community. Wishing you all a beautiful rest of the day.